Hey, what's going on? It's your boy, man, in the wild. Just, sitting here in my mind. I seen this little meme, whatever, pop up, and shit just kind of goes, goes where it goes, how it goes, because when there's things you can't run away from in life, you kind of see this shit everywhere, and seeing this like how says one reason people insist you use the proper channels to change things. It's because they have control of the proper channels and they're confident it won't work. Because throughout life, um, we've realized that powers that be kind of be on that bullshit. Low key, mid key, high key, all that. Be on some bullshit. And there's always, certain avenues that you can take to, report somebody for something or somebody is guilty of this, guilty of that. You got proper channels, to go ahead and try to get something done. But it seems like either there's a whole bunch of steps or, your report, your complaint just goes straight to the trash can. And there's no way around it. And when you see something like that, when you're dealing with something like that, it has to be firmly noted that, um, that's toxic. And toxic people, and all of that should not, I don't know, be blessed for you to give your 100 to it. Because of course in life you have to deal with this, deal with that, so you got to give your energy to bullshit here and there. That's just a part of it. But it's how you give your energy, is what type of energy you give is what matters. You understand? And considering the fact that we live in an extremely narcissistic, sociopathic, psychopathic ass society, because the powers that be, the power structure itself, the power structure itself is, lined up with, this exact statement. Because they'll tell you, oh man, if you got a police situation, oh yeah, they'll tell you, oh yeah, go ahead and file this complaint, with us, and, we'll investigate and blah, blah, blah. Man, get the fuck out of my face. The fuck out of my face. How the fuck you gonna send somebody, you gonna complain on somebody, to the body that is doing it, and they're supposed to do something about it, but all the while, the things that they do is actually within their unwritten job description. Like, the shit is crazy. And it's actually mind-blowing when you give it your 100. Because you start spinning in circles, you start, getting mad, getting upset because the shit is actually fucked up. You are being spun in a circle. People be sitting there like, man, I'll go over here to file this and I'll go over here to file that, man, the police don't do shit, they don't do shit. Exactly. That's kind of the point of what they're supposed to do. And then you take that shit into, relationships, you take that shit into your jobs, you take that shit everywhere, and you'll start to see a pattern of toxicity. You understand? And the thing with that toxic shit, the only way that it really touches you all the way like that is if you give a fuck about it. You understand? If you give a fuck about them, if you try to, defend yourself when accused, if you try to, bend to, exactly what the person is saying, even though that shit is it don't exist because the shit's not real. But you have to act like it's real in order for you to move on, because they won't move on until you acknowledge that the shit's real. It's fucking weird. It's a weird process that you have to go through, especially if you don't know what's going on and how it's going on. Yeah, you're going to be confused in a motherfucker. You know, but the awareness game, you know, what technology and all of this shit is supposed to have put you upon, understand, is being able to gain all of this knowledge and be able to move appropriately, you know, if you're using this technology, you know, that beyond distraction, you know, beyond entertainment, because the answers are all here. You know, the answers are all here. Like, I mean, it's I don't know, it's kind of fucked up how directly it's put in your face, you know, and how can I put it, how the people who combat what is and what ain't and all of that, what they're trying to tell you, you know, how they're attacked, how we're attacked, you know, the type of box that they try to put us up in, you know, and the fact that the main people, like I give you an example, the Flat Earth Society, right? I don't know, because I be seeing the little memes pop up. Now, I don't know if these flat earthers, because, you know, they'll say the Flat Earthers Society is what they'll call it, what they call that shit. I don't know if they're exactly saying that shit, but it's some of the dumbest fucking shit you could think of. And it's like, man, like, ain't no way somebody who would be so, I don't know, aware about what you're looking at from day to day, you know, calling themselves a Flat Earther Society and saying some of the shit, like even talking about the globe within the Flat Earther Society. I'm like, man, y'all listen, the opposition loves to control it all. So they put their pieces in place, you know, across the board, you know, to make sure that any type of narrative that gets is spoken by them or someone close to them. You know, and that's just how, so like seeing that from every type of different angle, you know, should open somebody's eyes to be able to see that, hey, you know, there's a lot of control going on here. You know, and I'm not crazy for feeling that way. You know, because that's what it comes back to. They make you feel like you're fucking crazy. They make you think you're crazy. They put enough, like I said, with the Flat Earther Society, but it's like all the different other ones you could think of. Hell, even Black Lives Matter. They put every organization that's on Front Street within their control, you know, so that whenever you really come out with some real type of thoughts, you're lumped in with them motherfuckers. When you have some real thoughts that's going to actually say, hey, you know, that makes sense. Let's look deeper into that. Nah, you've already been put into a dumbass box over there that's filled with people that ain't got shit to do with you. Like, not even a little bit. You know, so I mean, it comes back to these proper channel sending motherfuckers. You know, having you go through the most steps possible to not achieve a fucking thing on your benefit, for your benefit, you know, on your behalf. You know, and if it does happen and, you know, to your benefit, you have to, I mean, it's like pulling fucking teeth. You feel like you lost way more than you had before you went into it and it wasn't worth it. Saying be cautious, man. Just be cautious and just be aware whenever you're dealing with, you know, these types of organizations and these types of situations and all of that. You know, because whenever you show, whenever you show most of the times that you know what the fuck's going on, you're on to them. You know, because I mean, hell, just take it on a personal level. You know, when somebody's full of shit in your life and you start to recognize how full of shit they are, you know, the situation could get dangerous. You know, a situation could get dangerous. You know, real fast. From directions you never perceived, because what is it? The ones that control and have that bullshit mentality, they don't have the same limits as a regular motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I said these motherfuckers will not hesitate to hurt an old person. They won't hesitate to hurt a child. They won't hesitate to you know, destroy civilizations. Like, man, zero fucks is given. You know, so like you can't, when it comes to the bullshit doers and stuff, you can't really rely on proper channels. You know, and I heard this from a damn sheriff. You know, coming to the custody shit with my kids, baby mom was on some like straight grimy dirtball shit. I mean, you heard the video I had inside the mind of the Masonic nobleman. You know, that's the shit I'm dealing with. You know what I'm saying? The motherfucker hit me with the shit. First, he hit me with the proper channels, right? Hey, you got to go to court and do this. You got to go do this. You got to go. I said, man, I did all of that. He said, oh, well, shit. Somebody fucking with you then. You're going to have to play dirty. You know, you're going to have to play dirty. You know, and of course, dirty within, you know, what's clean. You know, because when you're in the right, you know, even if you step out of certain lines that's been drawn for you upon your rightness, like that's all is fair. You know, all is fair when it comes to getting to the truth. You know, the actual truth, because what ends up happening when you're upon the truth, when you're upon what's good, your mind don't go to the bullshit to get something done. You understand? The extreme for you is not the extreme for them. The extreme for them is laying blood all over the street. Fuck them. That's their extreme. You understand? But the ones that's upon that good, the extreme don't come to that unless it's, of course, within for defense. You know, but I digress. Sometimes you do have to play dirty with them people to get to, you know, the bottom of what is and what ain't. You know, and as long as you don't lose yourself within that, ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, because they put them channels and they put all of the different steps that you got to take in place just to detour you. Like, yo, wanted to file a malpractice lawsuit. You know, because, I mean, some foul shit did happen. You know what I'm saying? Son ended up dying. What do you want to call it? Pulling the plug. You know, had to let things go. So, you know, you kind of see what the medical records say, and the medical records said some fucked up shit. You know, performing surgeries on days that they didn't perform surgery, saying that they did, lying on certain shit. You know, blood transfusions and blood products of types that have nothing to do with his. Like, it was really fucked up. You know, but the different channels that you got to take virtually make certain shit impossible. Unless it's a dunker. You know, unless a motherfucker leaves a tool inside of somebody, okay, yeah, boom, x-ray show that, yeah, malpractice. You know, but when they do a systematic, how they did with me and mine, oh man, you ain't getting shit. The lawyer ain't even gonna holler at you. They'll talk to you and send you to somebody else, but guess what? There's somebody else gonna send you to somebody else, and then somebody else gonna send you to somebody else. Oh shit, statute of limitations ran out. There's nothing we can do for you now, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for your loss. So certain shit just is what it is. So once you know, see that that's the way it is, and know that that's the way it is, rise above that. Get past the gaslighting. I'm saying, get past the what do you want to call it? The blame shift shit. Trying to call you crazy and make you sound like you whatever when they're that and more. Release that trauma bond, because the trauma bond, like I mean, when you get so used to something, you get scared to live without it. Even though you know that it's probably gonna lean, towards you being better and healthier, but you're scared of it because you don't know. Because that system or that person has put you through so much, that you don't believe that the other side really exists like that, because you're conditioned. Shit, step away from that shit, man. Fuck them. Be cordial as always. Be cordial as always. But when it comes down to the nitty gritty, when it comes down to the bottom line, when it comes down to the last day, you have to have knowledge first and foremost, and then stand firm upon that shit once it's there, because shit, low key, they really not gonna waste that much time with you, because they got enough people to bully. So unless you got a name or something big behind what you're doing, you really can low key just really be you. But you just got to get past that first wave of, because it's hard. Because because you don't know, and there's so much pressure, your heart beating fast, your palms are sweating, because it's something that you've been conditioned to not do. Which is, question basically what the majority will have you believe as law, as fact, as the way. Because I know it's hard for somebody who believes in the flat earth, right, to be a part of a group, or have a family, of scientists, or some type of intellectuals, educated people and all of that type of stuff. That's got to be a stressful situation. It is. But standing firm on what you believe in, and not allowing, other people to basically bully you into it, because that's what ends up happening. You just get basically bullied, because it's a group thing. If you got 5-6 people all yelling like the same thing but at different times, and it's all these different words, like, yeah, of course, you're gonna feel some type of pressure if you don't have a strong, hell, if you don't have a backbone. You're gonna fold. Grow a fucking backbone. Grow a backbone. Don't let none of this shit slide. Stand firmly within what you know what is and what ain't. And whatever happens, what can you do? Whatever happens, what can you do? Because I had some, on a personal note, had some fucked up shit go on within the last, couple years. But I wouldn't I wouldn't want it to be no other way on the strength of, this is what's going on and how shit happened. Like, you want to take different steps and do different things within it, to, because you should have been prepared for this or prepared for that, you know. But as far as the overall, like, man, I mean, shit, my mom got took, and even she would say she wouldn't want this no other way. This is how it had to be, you know. And it really does get that deep, you know. Because when you've heard a motherfucker say out their mouth, man, if I need anything, I make a phone call. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You keep it up, what's it called? Keep pouring salt on the wound. You know what I'm saying? Eventually you're going to have to cut that leg off. When you hear a motherfucker say that, right? And the shit actually happens, it'll open your eyes to a lot of shit, and it can take you a couple places, a few places. It's just up to you, which way you want to go with it. And yeah, rather be upon the truth all day, any day. Rather try to be upon, as righteous as you can possibly be, as strong as you can possibly be, as opposed to bending into the bullshit. Rather than allowing the bullshit to just run free. I'm saying, because letting the bullshit run free, man. That's some of the most poisonous shit. That's worse than heroin and all them fentanyls and all of that shit that's out there and all of that. Like, allowing the toxic shit to win. Not having the knowledge of the toxic shit, which allows it to win. It's a horrible existence. And people are caught up in the trap. You see the trap every day. You see the trap every day, especially if you got kids. And you pay attention to, a lot of stuff that goes on within their lives and friends' lives and all of that, just observing this, that. The struggle is real. Just being aware makes life a lot easier to deal with it. Because the shit's not going nowhere. It's just really not going nowhere on a broad scale. But motherfuckers gonna treat you how you demand to be treated. You see, without taking it to certain points. Because them narcissist motherfucker types, toxic types, they only gain some power by how you react, when you react. So, and that comes back to that whole, if you have your knowledge and you stand strong within yourself, there's no way that, you can really be, there's no way you can really be beaten. There's no way you can really be beaten behind that. It's weird. Even if you get fucked up in the process, it's really weird. It's really weird. Like I said, I done lost people within this process, and it's like, where your mind is at and how you proceed and how you see life and all of that type of stuff determines the outcome. And if your pawn was right, right? You're not upon bullshit. You know, there's a different, it's a different light on the darkness. It's weird. It's weird, but it's different. Like it's even your darkest fucking times, you know, got like a little bit that lets you see. You know, kind of like whenever you close your eyes at night, you know, and it's real dark in the room, but once your eyes adjust, you know, you can kind of see objects here and there. You know, but it even lights you up a little bit better than that. You know, but when you're upon bullshit, when you're upon, you know, that dark type of shit, oh yeah, it's gonna hit you hard. You ain't gonna see shit, ain't gonna know shit. Getting hit from all different directions. Bang, 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 bang. You know, but when that dark hits and you have, you know, that good behind you, you know, that was right behind you. You know, the sneak attack really ain't, you know, the sneak attack, you know, is only good for the attack itself. You know, it don't handle the aftermath. Like I said, the shit is weird. The shit is weird, but I can speak 100ly on that shit. So, I don't know, that went like, I don't even remember how it started. But I hope what I said made any type of sense to anybody. You know, just been, I ain't did this really in a while. I don't know. Life is fucked up. And life is some bullshit if you let it be. You know, because, I mean, the way the conditioning works, you know, is you know, they got these motherfuckers out here acting out as characters, you know, but the whole time you really can't be that unless you become something else, and that something else ain't talked about until you actually have to live it, and it's all the way fucked up if you want to do it. And then you either go and you be fucked up in your head because of, you know, what you done did to yourself, or you don't go and be like, damn, I done wasted my whole fucking life thinking that this was that. What am I gonna do now? You know, that's why them motherfuckers be drug heads. Be drug heads and be like on the extreme on a whole bunch of shit. Like, yeah, because, yeah, the soul is gonna tell you done fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's soul is gonna talk to you and tell them that they're fucked up. You know, it's just whether you got on the right ears. You know, you got the right vision. So, but yeah, man. Yeah, I'm gone, man. Gotta get up out of here. I appreciate anybody that did pay attention and does still, you know, rock with your boy. Like I said, it's been a while, but life has been a journey. So, share these proper channels, man. Proper channels, the way to do things. Yeah, that bullshit has been confirmed.